Namaste, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Veronica, and today I'm going to be bringing forth a psychic channeled message for the collective. So take what resonates and leave whatever doesn't behind. I want to say thank you to all the viewers out there who've been supporting me and my spiritual work. It doesn't go unnoticed, so thanks again. I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the new subscribers. Today, I'm going to be reading from this book, St. Michael and the Angels. This is day 24 in September. Every day, there is a chapter here dedicated to the archangels. And today is titled St. Michael and the Angels at Mass. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will just say that this page specifically is about asking the angels to attend Mass in your stead if you're not able to go. And so I'm going to say a prayer to the Holy Guardian Angel to attend Mass in our stead, as, you know, I'm not a church-going individual, even though I was raised in the heart of the Catholic Church. Pardon me. But I understand the weight of devotion and how the angels are here to assist us in lightening that weight. So I'll read this here for us. O holy angel at my side, go to the church for me. Kneel in my place at holy mass where I desire to be. At offertory in my stead, take all I am and own, and place it as a sacrifice upon the altar throne. At holy consecration's bell, adore with seraph's love, my Jesus hidden in the host, come down from heaven above. Then pray for those I dearly love and those who cause me grief, that Jesus' blood may cleanse all hearts and suffering souls relieve. And when the priest communion takes, oh, bring my Lord to me, that his sweet heart may rest on mine and I, his temple, be. Pray that this sacrifice divine may mankind's sins efface, then bring me Jesus' blessing home, the pledge of every grace. It's just beautiful. There's a lot of good stuff in that book. I'm gonna be sad when I have to return it to the library. Let's get into the message. Holy Spirit, thank you so much. Okay, so the first card out is the Eye of Horus. Something's being revealed to you. Something's being revealed. Interesting. About Atlantean technology, maybe? It's interesting. Sigil of Atlantis, and then we have Leo. Leo. It's inner child energy. And Scorpio, interesting that they come out together. These two energies square. It's like inner child versus a deepening. Oh, wow. Will of the God Most High with Kether. Great shining light. Number 1, you know, the topmost sphere on the tree of life coming out with element of spirit. Wow. Usually in this deck, I associate element of spirit with Malkuth. So we're really getting as above, so below energy. And it's you know, there is tension here. Leo versus Scorpio. You know, emotions and taking everything like into account emotionally. Especially triggers. With Leo, you know, Mars. Maybe you have a Scorpio Mars or a Mars in Leo, but I know that Mars did just enter Scorpio in tropical astrology. One more card, please, Spirit. This one. Ascendance. Mars and Ascendance. I usually associate this card with like a direct line to the divine. So with it coming out with Mars, it's like a direct line to Mars. And Venus at the bottom. Wow. I think that this is a love reading. This is interesting. Congratulations, collective. You are officially at odds between Mars and Venus. And I only say that because we're experiencing so much duality right now that it's like doing versus feeling. But the beautiful part about this is that you can see it, and you can see the effects that you have had throughout your lifetime, where you've had free will versus, it's like will of the divine with Leo, with the sun, and will of and free will with Scorpio here. Free will to, I'm getting like act out of line or act out of character, because Mars and Scorpio will pop off. And they don't care really who they pop off to, because once the kettle boils over, then all hell can break loose. So I'm interested to see where this energy is going, because already it feels really tense. It feels really tense. But the craziest part is that it is huge energy. Like, we have the topmost sphere on the tree of life, Kether, pure white light, pure codes from source energy, and the element of spirit. Okay, got a lot of cards out here. So the first one out in the next row is the Three of Wands, virtue, on the Eye of Horus. You see virtue. You see, it's like you can see down the road potential. You see lifetime potential here. And then you have the magus, the magician. The very first card with the sigil of Atlantis. Wow. This is like the archangels of Atlantis coming out to assist you in aligning your will with the will of the divine, to become a person of service to the collective. And again, and the next card out, we have the Queen of Discs. Okay, Mother Earth energy with Leo. I'm getting like a mother scolding like a petulant child with this for some reason. And then the Five of Cups, disappointment with Scorpio. It's like a woman or like a feminine energy coming in to disrupt something that the powers that were had control of. They had control of Atlantean technology simply because nobody else was able to do it, or nobody else knew about it. This is like a big secret. This is a big secret. Wow. And then we have, you know, the Nine of Wands, the Strength card with Kether. Strength from God Most High. Strength of this light wave technology. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Two queens out here. They came out together, but this is like the 144,000 frequency. It's the feminine side of the 144 coming out to expose the secrets and making an art. making an art to the action. Time is art. And if we're going to do art, we're going to need more time to do so, you know, personal time. Again, we have free will versus will of the divine, and we're taking our free will back. Failure, 7 of discs with the Sunda. We're taking our free will back. 2 of cups at the bottom, and we're doing it through love. We're doing it through spreading love, through spreading seeds of love with our art, with how we live our lives day to day. And it's not like you have to create anything miraculous. It's just you living your art and being a living representation of what that means to you, what your values are, what things that you entertain, you know. Your body keeps the score and you wear that. Aries, I am. You can see who you are meant to become in this lifetime. The top card once in Capricorn. This is I use. I am and I use. I am virtue. I use Atlantean technology with a virtuous heart. Virgo, coming out on the Queen of Discs in Leo. It's Mother Earth energy, I'm telling you. It's Mother Earth coming through saying, I have a voice and I'm here to take stock in what my children have been doing. Is it correct for the collective? And Gemini, 2 mercurial signs here. And I find it really interesting that I'm pulling like all of the signs out of this deck specifically because, I mean, there's a lot more in here than just the 12 signs of the zodiac. In fact, I wish that it had a fucus in here too. The part of fortune, increase on strength and Kether. An increase in strength from God Most High. Maybe it's like this is a cycle that you've been repeating. And you're coming back around this time. Increase and escape on the Queen of Swords and Element of Spirit. Yeah. You had to build your strength in order to make it the full way around the 12. Because I said 12 and then the 12th house came out. So it's like you were on this hero's journey. Whatever you're doing in your life. Okay, I have 2 cards here. Mars on top of Mars and art, and Venus on top of failure and Ascendance. This is like the galactic war energy that you had lifetimes ago escaped from. But with this part of fortune, increase in 12th house escape, it's like you learned how to run away more than you knew how to combine the duality of man inside of your own creation, your earthly creation, which is your body, you know? It's like letting this emotional energetics run amok, even though you have right intentions and you are a virtuous being. You still did succumb to the sensation of disappointment and failure. But you're getting stronger. You're getting stronger because you kept your faith. And even if you did have some escape mechanisms, that was put in place by the element of spirit, by your spirit, so that you could build your strength and come back stronger. You know, you had to take that rest period in order to just do your art. we have a Mars sandwich here with the art card, which is so cool. And even if you felt like a failure at some point, Venus is here to tell you that you're allowed to love all of the little bits and pieces that make you special and make you you. Gemini, I think, and Virgo, I analyze. It's you getting stuck in your own brain, in the chatter of the mind. Getting stuck between deep, dark emotions and deep, dark thoughts. And the feeling that just... It's like disappointment and failure had this direct line between your emotional body and your thinking body. And it continued to just like channel that same type of energy back and forth and keep you stuck in this loop. But you're breaking out of this loop now. And you're breaking out of it through self-analyzation of your body with the Queen of Discs. Checking in with your body and sensing where you feel this dis-ease, and using the technology that our Atlantean ancestors put in place for us to navigate these literal times where magic is returning. Dragons are returning. What they're talking about. The rapture happening yesterday. Ooh, and something just fell behind me. So, you know, my own personal opinion is that the rapture is a frequency. And you either identify with yourself on a higher timeline now, or you don't. So the split happened months ago where you could, Eye of Horus, see the virtuous path that you were supposed to go down. And you did that because you're embodying your I am presence. You're embodying like the 42 ideals of Ma'at I'm getting. And Capricorn, going from the bottom of the sea to the highest point of the mountain, which is Malkuth to Kether. And you're coming out as the magician. The Atlantean magician. So cool. I'm loving it. I'm going to get another layer of tarot. Let's get some Rider Waite. I'll put the decks that I use in the description below. If anybody pays attention to those sorts of things. Okay, Page of Wands and the Moon. Yep. You had no idea. You had no idea what would be in store for you. Because with the Moon card, it was hidden. Like the path itself was hidden and you just had to like feel your way through. But you still attempted that journey anyway. You still said, okay, I get that I might be like a little bit new to doing this thing. And then we have the Lovers coming out. The Lovers on Virgo, on Queen of Discs, and on Leo. You know, Virgo is energy that comes after Leo. So it's like I'm getting graduation energy. I'm getting that this is level up energy. And you're doing it with help. Like you're not going to be alone. Ace of Pentacles. This is the key to your ultimate success. Because even if this connection is something that you are over-analyzing and you're overthinking, you just have to go with the flow. You know, be in flow. Be like the tides as they rise. All things in time. King of Cups. Heart of Fortune increase. Yeah. This love connection that you're finding yourself increasing, you're finding this love is increasing in strength. And it's with somebody who's very nurturing and very caring. Oh, this is way too many cards, Spirit. Little light housekeeping. Oh yeah, King of Cups, and then the 5 of Pentacles. Poverty energy with the 12th house, escape, Queen of Swords, and Element of Spirit. You're escaping poverty energy through the power of spirit. And you're doing it by being a woman or a man of virtue and walking your talk. You might be overthinking that you're not doing enough. The Temptation card, what is it? 7 of Cups. Seven of Cups. Mars, art, Mars. Yeah. It's funny because you're turning your temptations into your art. You're turning your vices into an art. Interesting. One more card. Okay. And the Star. On the bottom, there's the 3 of Cups. Yeah. It's funny. But I'm being told that there are some people out in the collective that have been very dogmatic about their belief systems, and just because it's been called an escape mechanism in the past, the real reason why the poverty card is coming out with this energy is because it's just a frequency, it's just a mindset. You can still participate in whatever it is that you want to. You can still do thy will, but you must put the God Most High first. You must realize that we are here to enjoy. And if you are living a virtuous life, the things that you enjoy are not inherently bad. So you're doing some deep alchemy by experiencing the very top of the tree of life to the very bottom. And when you do that, you become the star. It's the morning star. It's Venus. Another layer here. Water and air coming out together. It's the first breath. That rippled across the primordial oceans before time was created. It's taking a full exhale before you inhale again, and having a specific rhythm. You're in rhythm with somebody. And this is a rhythm that you will perfect in the winter. Interesting. I like this one. Oh, these two want to come out together. Winter and Predator. Ah, interesting. And the Strength card. Hey, Strength card coming out on top of Strength over here. You and your counterpart are going to enter a spiritual battle in the winter against this Predator energy. Moon at the bottom. We have 2 moons. Moon, moon. 2 strengths. Strength, strength. Strength in the desert here on the 5 of Cups and 12th house escape. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy and protect us from all evil. Phases. And this one. Manifestation. On the bottom, solar plexus chakra. Alright, so check this one out. You and your divine counterpart mirror each other. You'll know that they're your counterpart by the way that you feel around them. And you need to make sure that they are matching their words with the way that they pursue you. Because if they're pursuing you like a predator, or like if they're sending you all of these sweet words without any actions to back it up, that's predatorial, because they're harvesting your energy. They're preying on your emotional response, and they're pulling on you from just that. This is not somebody who could be like, who you could be seeing often. In fact, I'm getting that it's somebody that you don't see very often, but it's the same type of theme where like somebody's stringing you along with hopes that they can get your hopes up just so that they can turn you down. And that's the type of energy that really left you in emotional lack and an emotional desert. And once you break that cycle with the phases and temptation, and Mars is the planet of like fighting and, you know, effing. So even if this person is somebody who you found, I don't know, attractive or something, like you're leaving all of that shallow shit behind because you're understanding what true love is, and it's manifesting in your life now. I love this for collective. I want to get some of these shaman cards out because I just I love the symbols on them. Infinite stars. Water from infinite stars is starting to manifest itself through us individually and collectively. What does that mean? You know, check it out. All of these icy comets that are flying into our orbit. I think I saw that December 19th. Comet 3i Atlas on December 19th will become perihelion to our planet, which means it's the closest in its orbit that it will ever be to us. So who's to say that some of the ice from the comet doesn't enter our awareness? That's extra water that's becoming introduced to our planet, and we have no idea what information that galactic body carries. So it could be anything, but the only thing that we're being asked right now is to not succumb to the fear, but instead look to it as a teacher. Giving hidden truths to the Mage of Atlantis. Nurture winter, the lovers. Yeah, this is going to be a really sweet winter for you and your counterpart. I just see a lot of like nesting and, oh yeah, it's beautiful. Maybe you guys are going to get snowed in together somewhere. Ooh la la. Oh, I kind of like this top card. Hang on. I want this one. Sleeping man, the unconscious predator. Yeah, this is collective energy. Just make sure that you're being super intentional, okay? Funny, unconscious and free. Yeah. The only thing that you have to fear is your own lack of awareness of yourself and how your body is responding to stimuli around you. So you're going to want to make sure that you are resting a lot and listening to yourself. The Shapeshifter card and Resilient. Yeah, of course, like at one point you had to shapeshift your emotions or your personality to like fit in. Sometimes that can be an escape mechanism that you had to learn in order to protect yourself. And you developed a resilience around it. But around this person, you don't have to do that. Because they see you for who you are. And they love you for it anyway. It's just going to make you stronger. It's going to make you more resilient because you learn then that if someone else can love those parts of you, then so can you. And it's just all around like much more of an accepting type of energy. And the good luck koi. A koi fish in the desert. You have luck on your side. And what did I say about nesting? Okay, the home card. It could be that you guys are going to be, I don't know, maybe some people are going to be moving in together in the winter time. Air, message. We have air out here twice. Message, phases, 7 of Cups, Mars art, Mars. I haven't had a reading like this before. Oh, kinship at the bottom. Message and kinship. Yeah, your friends are going to be on your side too. Like, I just get this energy that you guys are going to be the couple that everybody is watching and gossiping about, you know, because Gemini's on the table and we have a lot of air. We have a lot of communication and guide. The eagle, the guide, manifestation, the star, Venus, the failure card, and a Sunda. On the bottom, we have union. It's like, yeah, you have experienced what it's like to fail in love, but that has still never stopped you from dreaming big. And with the eagle as your guide, the eagle can soar so high. I'm just getting so much freedom through this connection. But it's freedom because you're both so intentional. You're intentional about your love. You always have been. You don't settle. You're aware of yourself. And by being aware, deeply, deeply aware of yourself, you can connect deeply, deeply with another conscious and aware being. And that is the type of connection that we're talking about here with this new earth energy that is populating like rain. Letting go on the bottom here. When it feels right, when it feels correct, when your body is comfortable, you know, pay attention to the signs that are coming up for you. You've been practicing for this for a long ass time, like lifetime after lifetime. And maybe in a past life you guys did know each other. Signs and individuality. Like, what did I say before about paying really close attention to your body? How you individually feel around another awake and conscious individual. Because you have a lot to teach this person, I'm getting. You have a lot to teach them through the way that you share yourself. Share divine love. Divine love and nurture. This is huge. It's that the comet comes in and gives us this extra water. Water carries information, as we know. The comet is the teacher. No. The water that the rock holds is the teacher. And it's here to teach us what it's truly like to love and be loved. And you're being asked to surrender to it. Let go. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Surrender. Yeah. Surrender your old ways and get grounded. The cow. It's Hathor. It's Hathor. Freedom. I feel like the cards are just repeating themselves at this point. And humility. Wow, what a great card. Humility. This is the type of love that makes you slow down. Sacrifice. This is the type of love that makes you slow yourself down so that you could just take it all in. It's like you want to talk to this person because you know that they have a lot that they can teach you. And by you humbling yourself, you free this love to... You free each other from the constraints of conformity. It's you bowing and showing respect, and the other person then feeling comfortable enough to take off their cool. Baby, take off your cool. I want to get to know you. It's like that. I wanna see you. I wanna see you. Sun's at the bottom. 6 of discs. Archangel Gabriel energy. Generosity. Generosity of the Holy Spirit. And the 6 of Cups. I wasn't going to pull another layer, but I'm being told to do it. We have 6 of discs and 6 of cups. Generosity, charity, and rising in consciousness. It's you being generous with your time. 7 of Swords. The card shows a raven stealing a gemstone from the serpent. Okay, it's breaking this cycle through a swift action. 6 of Swords. We have 666 energy out on the table. And this is Raphael with the Caduceus. Protecting the weak and vulnerable. The children and pets. And the sick. And the 8 of discs. Maintaining peace during chaos. It's taking our numbers back. You know, you hear 666 and there might be a part of your programming that says, oh no, that's devil magic, right? The Hermit. Grounded, good luck. Yeah, you guys are challenging norms. You're challenging what it means to have a divine union and what it means to share things with one another. because you both value peace and you can see through the BS out there, and you're becoming each other's light in the darkness. Knight of Wands on freedom. Knight of Wands, swift action. I usually don't take reversals, but it did come out in reverse. Knight of Wands can sometimes be depicted as like devil in reverse. Flip them. Ace of Wands at the bottom. New action after shutting down the devil energy. You know, if it comes in reverse, it's kind of like the opposite, right? So the Knight of Wands is somebody who's coming in and wants to disrupt something through the nature of like carnal pleasure, I'm getting. But with it in reverse, it's like they learned how to integrate this part of themselves and evolve from it. They evolved from this devil energy, and because they integrated the darker parts of themselves with the light, they became extremely powerful. At the bottom we have, I can't show it because of YouTube rules, but we have the Ace of Wands, which is the new and blessed thing, the new and blessed action, the creation, the new manifestation. I want to get a Moonology too. I'm getting like the meek shall inherit the earth. Because I work closely with Raphael. And I'm just getting, because you take such good care of yourself and the people who you love, and your divine counterpart sees that part of you, and it's one of the reasons why they're just so attracted to you. Any day now, Spirit. Here we are. Don't let pride get in your way. Yeah, we talked about humility. A time for healing. Balsamic moon. And on the cut, the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Yeah, we do have Leo energy out here on the table. So again, we have the combination of the sun and the moon. Yeah, I'm just getting that you guys have been through a lot, and you needed to go through a lot so that you could learn what it was like to surrender. It was like you had to see the forces that you were battling in the collective while you were like dating around or trying to find each other. And then after you surrendered to yourself, surrendered to your likes, and you know what you like and you know what you don't like, and you did it through process of elimination, and you might have done some things that you're not, that you judge yourself too harshly over. Because it was still a creation of the divine, and you just wanted to experience what that was like once you got a taste of it. Decided it wasn't for you and walked away. That doesn't mean that at one time it did not serve a purpose, and it's not up to you to judge what the purpose was. It is up to you, though, to give thanks to Elohim and God Most High. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. The card that came out in my Kali Oracle is the Nitya Kali. And I'm going to read an excerpt from the book that it comes with. Nitya Kali. She calls us away from the world to journey inward where a path of sacred introversion beckons. Turning within may feel natural or unfamiliar, but in journeying within, you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Allow that which needs to end to do so. You shall realize you are not being denied, but released. There is something new on the horizon. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what it is meant to be. Kali Nitya is the cycle of the waning moon from the moment just after the height of the full moon into a phase of decline, right up until the black moon, just before the new moon initiates the building of a fresh cycle. This moon phase embodies the natural magic inherent in letting go and allowing for the energies to run their course and die away. Wow, that's perfect. It's like you are starving out old energies by replacing temptations with hope and replacing the instant gratification with deep soul fulfillment. It can be assigned to embrace the qualities of decrease for a period to bring a cycle of experience to completion and generate what is necessary for the next cycle to be more abundant and nourishing than the last. Given our societal preoccupation with constant activity and outworldly driven connection, honoring Nitya Kali requires the use of our will to honor our soul rhythms above peer pressure. Wow. This is basically the entire reading in a nutshell. This is what this Kali Oracle does to me every time I pull her card at the end of my reading. It just like packages everything up into like this neat little paragraph. It's so funny to me. Oh. Yeah. Nitya Kali's message is to give yourself time and space to truly let go, as this ending is divinely intended. You shall receive abundant blessings that will more than replace any loss or suffering you have experienced through the conclusion of a life phase. If you have been in a period of loss or grief, the Oracle indicates that this is coming to an end, likely sooner than you realize, and yet you are invited to allow it to find its completion naturally rather than trying to rush it into an ending. The Oracle also predicts a closure around a matter of deep soul healing. Trust yourself in your divine timing. You will instinctively sense when you are ready to put the sad days behind you and embrace the beginning of a happier time. No matter how unlikely that seems at this time, it will happen naturally, as sure as spring follows winter. The Oracle asks you to give more challenging emotions like grief and sadness proper honor and place. Do not avoid them, but do not allow them to consume your entire being or believe that they shall rule your life. If you feel your hands are tied and you are unable to exert your will in the world at this time, do not fret. Often, before a time of significant fruition, there is a period when nothing much seems to be happening. You are attending to your inner work and strengthening your vision. The first card was the Eye of Horus and intention. But where is the evidence and result of your hard work? It is building within the soul, just as powerful energies build unseen within the seed, ready to spring forth with unexpected and astonishing strength and vibrancy when the time is right. Let go of force, but do not give in to despair or a feeling of defeat. Any cycle of holding back or lack of external support for your inner work will end, followed by a new era of divinely mandated manifestation. Yeah. We're really just biding our time here, because you've closed out these cycles where what was rightly yours that was stolen, like, you got it back. We're just waiting for our external reality to line up with our internal frequency that we are a part of. And I want to get one more Moonology card. One more, Spirit. As above, so below. I can't believe this is the only one I dropped today. New romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. We just had that new moon eclipse. Partial solar eclipse. This is looking straight fire. Just gotta say that. This is looking like like your love is out here to not only fulfill your deepest soul's desire. It's literally the one that you've been waiting for. And just because you went through some, you know, this, that, or the other in past lifetimes, just keep putting your faith in the divine, and you will see a proper return on your emotional investment. It's like you get what you give for real this time, instead of you give and give and give. And you don't have to overthink this one. You just have to receive it. All right, I'm leaving the reading here. Hope you liked it. If you did, press the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And Om Namah Shivaya. Bye-bye.